Let's talk about the Mosin nagant scope mounts off of eBay, Wish, Amazon, or any other little knockoff place. So obviously, as you can see, this is not what they come with. Most of them is a Picatinny rail that you knock out your original rear sight pin out, and then it slips down in there. You run a little bolt through it, you bolt it in, and it has like 2 set bolts coming up the back and 1 set bolt coming off the front. It's very cheaply made. It, on my particular rifle, shooting in prone position, I could get maybe 2 or 3 shots out of it before the scope would walk off track, because the Picatinny rail would kick. So I did some research, and I didn't find a lot of information about it, but I figured out that you could see right there, there's a hole there, and if I can get the camera to focus at the right angle, you can see there's another hole right there. And those 2 pins hold your factory rear sight on. Now, you're gonna have to get punches. Don't go to Harbor Freight and get your punches like I did. Those punches got messed up really fast, really easy. Then I had to go buy the proper punch. No good hardened steel punch, and knock those out. And you tear down your original rear sight by taking that pin out. You take out your sight that flips up, and then there's a little slide plate underneath that you take out. And then get your propane torch, MAP gas torch, butane torch, I don't care what kind, just, it really don't matter as long as you can get it hot, because they solder that rear sight on. And after you get that thing real nice and hot, you'll start seeing the solder drip out. And then you can take that punch and punch it towards the barrel of the gun and knock that sight off. And then what is left behind are 22 dovetail rails. And so I think these rings costed me like $10 from Walmart. And since Walmart's going to crap now, you probably can get it at your academies or local hunting store. Just dovetail rails. And this is the scope that came with one of those cheap eBay mounts. I haven't got to shoot the gun since I put these rings on it that mount straight to the dovetail. But I'm sure it's going to hold true. And if the gun shoots nicely at longer yards, I'll probably make more videos of just drop it. It's a Mosin and it'll handle it. But if the gun shoots good at longer yards, I'm gonna get the scope mount that you have to drill and tap the side, and then do a cut bolt for. And I'll put a decent scope on it and see how I do with that. If it gets any better, I might throw a Timney trigger on. But yeah, I highly suggest not to mess with the those cheap rail mounts that goes into your rear sight. If you're gonna do anything, just knock it off and put you some dovetails on it. You can also get a dovetail to Picatinny rail adapters for pretty cheap. And yeah, you could put red dot, 1 power, no power, whatever you really want. This is just a cheap long eye relief scope. Pistol scopes should do fine on the gun. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I am new to making videos, but I have lots of knowledge about the Mosins.